You've probably never heard of Dorothy Hodgkin, and that's kind of a problem. In the pantheon of great scientists, Dorothy is a bit of a ghost, a Nobel Prize winner who changed the world but somehow didn't make it into popular imagination. Without her, the structure of penicillin might have taken decades to figure out, which means that you and I would be stuck fighting infections with nothing more than a prayer and some whiskey. Dorothy Mary Crowfoot Hodgkin was born in 1910 in Cairo in Egypt, but she was raised in England where she developed a passion for science and an intense interest in crystals. She became one of the first people to use X-ray crystallography to map out the structures of complex biomolecules. What does that mean? Imagine you're trying to understand how a watch works, but you're not allowed to open it up. You can shake it and you can hear it tick, but you can't actually see inside. That was the problem that scientists at the time had with molecules. They knew what was in them, but they didn't know how these atoms were arranged. And how they're arranged is really important. It determines what a molecule does, how it behaves, and how it can be used in medicine. Dorothy Hodgkin pushed the technique into groundbreaking territory by applying it to highly complex molecules that no one had managed to solve before. This is still one of the most powerful tools in structural biology today. Dorothy was doing it in the 1930s and 40s, long before computers could help crunch the numbers. Dorothy's work had immediate implications for medical research, making it easier to manufacture complex molecules like penicillin, vitamin B12, and insulin. It was molecular detective work at a time when the tools were crude and the field was dominated by men. Dorothy became the first British woman to win the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1964, and she did all of this while living with severe rheumatoid arthritis, which crippled her hands from her 20s onwards. She couldn't even shake hands comfortably, but she spent her life manipulating fine crystals under microscopes and doing impossibly delicate calculations by hand. She was a lifelong peace activist as well, a tireless advocate for science education and a mentor to women in STEM, women who left her mark quietly and indelibly on a molecular level. Dorothy Hodgkin.